So right now I am currently in Cuba. I'm about to go to a Cuban zoo. So we'll see what that's like. I like to travel both internationally and nationally with the United States and check out different animal husbandry practices, both the good and the bad, and the different ways the animals act, how the behaviorism varies. So I'm going to hopefully get some film of that and have it uploaded to you, and we'll see what this is like. So the zoo was not open yet. They open at 10. Got this little dog just ran up to me. Hi. Hello there. He saw me from in the entry gate trying to get in. He just ran right up. He just ran right up. Is he a mooshy? Are you a moosh? Hi. Oh my goodness. Smelling my shoes. Do you see? See better? See it here? Look. You can see? Do you want to see? Can you film? See yourself? That cool? Well, have fun at the zoo. Bye-bye. God bless you. Goodbye. So 30 minutes until they're open. I'll come back. Yeah, we'll see. Could be a really bad zoo. Be, you know, part way depending on the animals. Very curious to what their husbandry standards are here in Cuba, because they have been very isolated due to political reasons. You probably know. Alright, I'm going to stop this from now. Probably have to stitch this all together. A lot of old vintage cars here. Makes it hard to hear. Beautiful statue. Some sort of cervid deer. Very cool. When you walk in, the first thing was crocodiles, and they've got them sectioned off to different areas. The larger ones have the larger poles. I'm not really going to be offering much of my opinion. Kind of just like to film and show what is what is. He looks healthy. You see right there on the left side, there's two very large pelicans. Pretty cool. I think they probably just flew in because they're native to here. And they're preening. This enclosure is for a hippopotamus. It looks pretty nice. I don't see him, but it's pretty big. It's a black vulture that just flew by. Pool seems to be drained. See what's over here. Other native birds overhead. This looks like it might be flamingos. Flamingo habitat. Yeah. I see them over there. Alright, I'm gonna move and get a better shot. Apparently they play music. Animals rocking out to some Cuban music. Some ducks on the bank of the hippopotamus enclosure. It's the other side of it. Don't spot the hippo though. Maybe you guys will be able to see him. Might be submerged. Trying to find his way down. I saw him, he came out of the hole. Looks like he's got a mate in there. He can't figure out his way down. Let's wait and see what happens. And this is not zoonosis or boredom behavior. He literally can't get down for whatever reason. It looks like there used to be maybe more enrichment or more growth in here, and it is breeding season, so he might have been nesting and kind of confused. Oh, there he goes. Letting his mate know that he has succeeded. It. Oh, there's his mate peeking out. Bringing something back up. Very sweet. She's like, hey, hurry up. Oh, one of my favorite animals. Get the African or the water. I love these guys. And they're over here. I'm gonna go up the stairs and try to get a better shot. Awesome, awesome, awesome animals. Now these are water buffalo. They're not Cape buffalo. They're from Asia. They are a domesticated animal, and they're quite friendly and tame. Not like the Cape buffalo, which is in Africa known as the Black Death. They're responsible for more deaths in Africa over every other animal. They're that dangerous. These guys, not so much. Yeah. I love them. I'm gonna get one of you guys one day. So friendly and docile. I seem to have reached kind of the sidewalk, kind of just ends here. No signage or anything, it just ends. We're gonna walk back. Get another shot of those buffalo. Had their signage wrong too. That was a picture of the Cape, but these are not Cape. The area is very nice. Nice overall environment for them. There's not a lot of traffic, a lot of loud noises. Everyone here seems to be being very respectful. And if you're wondering what the admission price was, it was 3 CUC, which depending on the currency exchange rate, it's about $3 it was to get in here. Got little pony rides. Ponies seem to be in good condition. I'm a little bit afraid of horses. I don't do really horseback riding. I can ride, I don't trust them. They're flighty, unlike camels. I would love someday to get a little pony or a mule or a donkey, or something I could trust. These guys look good. I did a mule ride in Mexico, and I went over, just right over cliffs and over dangerous things that I wouldn't get on a horse on if you paid me $1 million. It would have been that scary, but these mules were so sure-footed. This might end up being a long video, but I hope you find it interesting. Okay, I have located the hippopotamus, but he is probably a third of the way submerged here. We'll wait a minute, see if he comes up. Yes, his enclosure is very, very large. It extends from all the way around. Better than most zoos that I've seen in America, the way they keep their hippopotamus. And they can hold their breath for a very, very long time. Literally be here all day. We'll see. We'll give them a minute. I also don't want my tablet to die, so I can show you other things. Hopefully you can even hear me. I've got this huge protective case over my tablet because I broke my last one. Oh wait, here he comes, here he comes. Look, look, look. Hey, buddy. Bye. Sectioned off of, oh. Very cool. Got a snack. It's sectioned off from the smaller one we saw. The much larger. On top of his game. Good job. Enclosure's pretty nice too. Actually, I'm quite surprised. I've been to much worse zoos in America and all over the world. This one is, it's pretty nice. Let me know what you think in the comments in general. I have to remember this is Cuba and they have been oppressed in many different ways for a long time, and it is nice that they're caring for these animals and just for educational purposes for the public, to gain respect, even if their enclosures could use some more enrichment. It's good for the children to be seeing them, and they can grow up with respect for animals, and then in the future they can be taken care of even better. I guess it's the best way I can say it. Because without this zoo, these children here in Cuba would never have a chance to see a hippopotamus, a buffalo. They would never know. Now they can be fascinated, and that will instill then onto their children. Here we have the rare domestic cat, domestic Cuban cat. He seems to be locked up in jail for bad behavior. Yeah, look at him kill. Obligated carnivore. You know, if that cat was bigger, he'd eat me, he'd eat you, probably eat the world. Cats are crazy. Look at him chowing down. Can't really tell if you're supposed to walk through that gate or if it's supposed to be shut, but a monkey habitat. I'll walk a little bit closer. Looks like there's a little boat that the zookeepers can go across to this monkey island. They literally have like their own little building. It's like Planet of the Apes. You mad, bro? Why are you so angry? I don't want your girlfriend. Take a leaf. You want to leave? Don't know exactly what species this is. If anyone knows, I'll probably look it up later. It's angry species. He's like, ooh, that Cuban music. Back to anger. Alright, bye guy. What's he looking at? Let's go check out the flamingos. I can hear it back there. Wiggle, wiggle. Yeah. Flamingos. Dinosaurs. Oh, that's pretty much a good example of the Cold War right there.
El halcón está para ahí. El halcón está para allá. No, mami,
It says buenos días.
dice que el halcón está para allá, mamá.
That hawk's got a message for you. No objects, thank you. I'm gonna go to the Pelican cafeteria because I am really hungry. Like here you can buy fruit and feed it to the monkeys.
Anita, ¿tú no le abriste la africana a tu hermana? No.
Not the best enclosure for a chimpanzee. I mean, yeah. Some enrichment, but these are such intelligent animals. got a lot of energy. You gonna come back around now?
Mira cómo se paran de cabeza. Ese es macho.
I didn't want to offer too many opinions, but I definitely don't agree with the way they're keeping these chimps.
Oye. Mira, mira, mira.
Just one day, hopefully people will realize better that this is a very intelligent animal with behaviorism and needs that are not being met with the current way they're keeping them. I'm very surprised to have lions. See, their enclosure is very, very big. Oh, there's 2 cubs.
Ya lo vio ya.
Mira, mira. Mira, mira, mira.
Mira la madre. Únicamente parando yo para donde va la pareja esa. Ajá.
Mom's like, I don't think you're ready for that. Very protective. See if she'll bring her back. Really looking out for them. They're not very old. And she's watching everyone, make sure no one hurts her cubs. Good mother. This is all the space Puma or Jaguar gets. It's not enough. So we have the African variety. You see the difference easily side by side. It's something at least. Very, very different animals despite their similar appearance. It just kind of bothers me that I can't know for sure, but it doesn't seem like anyone really takes into consideration how these animals are living, or I should say again, how these animals are living, or really care other than to get that photo. I support zoos. I do think it's good to have animals in captivity. There's a budgie. But, you know, some standards need to be maintained, and people need to be more self-aware of what needs aren't being met so things can change and get better. And then you get the children who get inspired, and then you don't have a leopard and a puma that are in, you know, I don't even know what that was, maybe 15 by 15 enclosures. Hopefully that's not where they stay all of the time. Very strange. All this cafe has is cigarettes and Heineken. And I'm really not. I think those are snacks. We'll buy one and find out. People are eating them. Hey, I'll eat them if they're for the animals. And I'm at the Jaguar Cafe now because the Pelican one, I didn't know what was going on there either. I don't think they were open. So this is not in disrespect to Cuba or any other country. I love traveling internationally and I love the differences. But I just have to say that this is the weirdest thing. All they had in there was Heineken. So I got one of those. I don't drink beer at all. I don't really drink much. I'll drink socially, you know, I'll drink, you know, with friends every once in a while. I don't drink beer ever, but that's all they had. There's no water, you know, there's soda, nothing. They had chocolate. And then they had these, which I assume are like onion puffs. And it looks like they just opened up a souvenir stand. So I just find this amusing. So maybe the rest of my vlog here might be a little tipsy. I can't stand the taste of beer. I don't know if anyone's with me on that. I don't believe I've ever had Heineken in my life. Yeah, if I drink, it's like mixed drinks, and I'll get really plastered with my friends every once in a while. I'm not a daily drinker, and I don't drink beer, so this should be pretty interesting. And then I'm going to buy a souvenir, see what they have over there. I can't tell what it is. I got here when they first opened, so they might still be setting things up. But really, this country, you know, because of the embargo, I mean, they have nothing. I mean, I was at the store and they were running out of toilet paper. I'm staying at like a hotel that's kind of maybe a little better than a Motel 6, maybe like a Super 8, maybe Holiday Inn level. I mean, they were running out of towels, toilet paper. They just don't have anything here. The store shelves are empty. It's sad. But okay, I'm gonna drink my Heineken and eat my chocolatito. Sorry, my Spanish is non-existent, if not terrible. And I'll eat these puffs. And this is gonna be really long. I just expected to film some of the animals, but this is also interesting. I'm actually in Cuba on a special tourist visa for journalism to show you guys this stuff, to film Cuba and especially the animals. So I hope you appreciate it and find it interesting. I might add some more of the trip on even. I didn't really even think of that. I just wanted to come here to the zoo to document it. And that's how I was able to get past America and Cuba being a little bit not on the friendly side. In fact, I lost my debit card in Mexico. That's how I got into Cuba, was to fly to Mexico first. I lost it there. I was not able to receive a Western Union. I had no money. I did not eat for 3 days. My grandma who is a saint, sent me a Western Union. Went to pick it up. I could not pick it up. Only a Cuban national could receive it because U.S. relations with Cuba are still so bad. So I found me a Cuban. He had to have it put in his name, another saint, and we went and got the Western Union, and that's how I'm being able to go to this zoo and to fulfill my tourist visa for journalism and drink this Heineken. So I will see you in a bit, and we'll check out that souvenir stand. Here we go. No. 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 I apologize to all you beer drinkers, Heineken lovers. No. I do like the puffs though. There are 2 Cuban Octavians. See if my sheep call will work. Maybe they only know sheep call in Cuban. Okay, apparently in Cuba it makes them leave. Octavian! Octo! Octo! Come here! That one on the right, the one that did not run away when I made the bawling noise. He's probably about 2. They're shedding out. The other guy, pretty good horns. He might be about 4, maybe 5. They don't look as good as Octavian. Hi! Hi, Octo 2. Now, I don't believe these are European mouflon. There's no signage for them. They might be a cross Ural red sheep, but you know, close enough. There's the, I'm sure, the dominant ram. Makes me miss Octavian back home. I'll see if they come over here, but I don't think so. People love to hunt these because they are so difficult and they're so spooky. Octavian is not. Octavian is aggressive. That's because the person I got Octavian from bottle raised Octavian. So this is more of how they are when you don't interfere with them. They're shy, therefore they're difficult to shoot, and therefore they're on game ranches a lot of times and people like to hunt them. Wait 1 minute longer, see if I can get a profile shot. I just love these sheep so much. Original ancestor to all domesticated sheep. I just heard another bawling. Ma! Ma! Not interested. So cool. Was not expecting to see any type of wild sheep here. It's very cool. Nice little pen they have too. From the souvenir shop. Their umbrellas. I'm not sure what they have to do with the zoo, but oh, look, 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 look. Hang on, let me put the camera on. I have to turn it off. Show umbrellas and suddenly a third Octavian appears. Now that I'm sitting, I was standing before. I was sitting to show you the umbrellas. They're more willing to approach. I think this one right ahead of me would like to ram me, probably head on. Definitely the dominant ram. Oh no, I just got a low battery warning. This may be the last of the footage from the zoo, which is a shame because I heard a zebra. I would have liked to have gotten him braying. And I think they have a cassowary too behind me, but I'm gonna leave these octos. We'll at least see if we can get the cassowary before this cuts out. Gorgeous, just gorgeous. Another one of my favorite animals. I mean, look at that, that's a dinosaur. This is the cassowary. I was actually going to get some eggs from a zoo last year, but it turned out they were infertile. I would love one day to raise them. Hi, sweetheart. They're so intelligent. Try to look at these feet. Can I see your feet? What? You gonna bite me? Gonna bite me? They have a really bad reputation for being very dangerous and aggressive. I mean, they can be dangerous, so can any animal, but they're really not as aggressive as I think people want to make them out to be. Take that. You like that? You're shocked is not what you wanted. What do you want? People probably feed you. Not what you want. Any minute now, this will probably die, so we may not get to see the zebra, but they love me some cassowary. Look at that. The stick. What do you think of that? Oh, shock! Tricked again? I'm sorry. I don't have anything for you. You got your own diet, you gotta stick to. Look at the way they walk. It's very interesting. And there are not many zoos that that have cassowaries. The breeding program has kind of gone to hell with them. The gene pool is very small. The majority of captive cassowaries are in Asia, and they're just the zoos are not networking with each other, and the gene pool is narrowing and narrowing, especially on certain subspecies. So it's sad. I mean, the last of the dinosaurs were making them extinct. Can't really remember their vocalization, but just make a noise at him, see what he does. Nah, nothing. So cool. About the size of an emu, but they have a lot more bulk on them. And you know, they look like kind of like a, I don't even know what kind of dinosaur. Like a, I want to say like a Dilophosaurus, like Jurassic Park, but some kind of iguanodon thing. So cool. I'm definitely willing to drain the rest of my battery. Look at this cassowary. And a cat just ran by. Yeah, he's gone. I don't have anything for him. Alright, I'm gonna turn this off and I'm gonna try to get to the zebra, but I'm on 2% power now. Alright, stop everything. Forget the zebra. They have a dromedary. Oh my gosh. Typical of a camel, going through everything, going through the trash. I'm gonna trust my stuff and leave it behind me. I'm gonna try to run and get better footage of him before it goes out. Or, come here. So curious, let me run over there. Can't even tell if it's a male or a female. In nice shape, not as big as they keep them in America. Hi! You look like a cross between Baby and Nessie. Oh, what a wonderful way to end our zoo trip. I had no idea they had dromedary here.